The Warrens ran an experiment on the Smurl family. If you guys haven't watched any of the series, we're talking about the real Smurl family haunting that the Conjuring Last Rites is said to be based on. We are at part 9. So if you missed any part before that, click the playlist, watch through it all because you're gonna want to hear this. So the Warrens experiment. They have Jack and Janet Smurl, that's the parents, upstairs in their bedroom where they've had the craziest activity. And with them is Ed and Lorraine and Diane. Diane is another psychic medium that was an apprentice of Ed and Lorraine Warren, and she has an infrared camera and a recorder running during this experiment. So basically what they want to do is provoke the demon so that it will expose itself, and then they can figure out how to handle it based on what the demon is. What they would do to provoke the demon is they would pray, and they did 3 Hail Marys and 3 Our Fathers. You know, like our Father art there in heaven, those prayers. They did this twice, and then they heard this screeching sound, and it was the demon trying to tear the mirror off the dresser. Then this little TV that they had in their bedroom turned on by itself, and it started glowing white, and it wasn't even plugged into the wall. And Ed is like, all right, I've seen enough. So he prays and he blesses the room with holy water, and everything settles down. Well, that night, Janet really wanted to have the whole family sleep in the living room because she was scared. I would be too. But her husband was like, no, we're not letting the demon win. So they go upstairs and they get in bed, and they're laying in bed trying to sleep, and something slaps Janet multiple times. And I've had a ghost at a haunted hotel slap me. Guys, by the way, if you're new here, I'm Nikki. I'm a professional ghost hunter, and I also tell you guys scary stories, true crime, cryptids, anything spooky or in that nature. So follow along if you haven't already. Anyways, I was at a hotel once and something slapped me on the chest so hard that my friend who was with me heard the sound. I mean, that was so shocking. So imagine being slapped multiple times. I can't. Janet must have been afraid. And then the TV in that room again turned itself on and is glowing. And Janet's been reading all these occult books like I talked about in one of my last videos. So she's like, let's communicate with it. Let's try the knocking method. Knock once for yes and twice for no. Are you here to harm us? Knock once for yes and twice for no. There's no answer. So she says again, are you here to harm us? Knock once for yes, and before she can even say twice for no, there's a hard knock. When they tell the Warrens this, the Warrens are like, all right, let's send our team to investigate. Go to part 10. And I'm posting all of these today because I know you guys want to hear the end, but it is very long. So go to part 10.